Hey guys, TKC here, TheKaijudoChannel, with another installment of Kaijudo news. So over the past month, Dragon Strike Infinite has been out, and for that reason, not much news has been out on Kaijudo.com. It's been mainly just like strategy articles and tips and stuff like that. And so now, a month later, we finally get a lot of awesome news, and I can finally put that all into one awesome Kaijudo news video. So, today on the website, we actually got our eyes on our first preview for Clash of the Duel Masters, which is going to be the next set coming out in May, which is going to be featuring multi-civ cards. And believe it or not, the first preview card in the set is also a multi-civ card, and that card is TATSURION, the Relentless. Now, some of you may actually recognize this art if you kind of browse around the internet a bit. On Instagram, Steve Ellis, who is actually the illustrator of this card right here, actually posted this picture on his Instagram. And it kind of got around a bit on Twitter and stuff like that, but I don't know if many people have seen it. So, this card is a level 9, 13,000 power, fire and nature civilization evolution creature. And of course, since it's TATSURION, it has armor dragon and beastkin. And the thing that's special about this evolution creature, though, is that you're not evolving on an armor dragon or a beastkin. You're actually evolving on a creature that has TATSURION in its name. So the effect is pretty cool. It has triple breaker, and it has another ability called Weapons Blazing. When this creature wins a battle against a creature that has power 5,000 or less, untap this creature and choose one of your opponent's shields. This creature breaks that shield. So this is a combination of a lot of different things. First of all, it has an effect very similar to TATSURION the Unchained, in that when it wins a battle, it untaps. But for this card, it's only when it wins a battle against a creature that has power 5,000 or less. And that pretty much means that blockers really don't have a chance against this. Granger can block it, and he can't untap, so there is always that. But the most popular blockers really can't do anything about this. So you might as well just say that TATSURION the Relentless is pretty much unblockable, except Granger, and I guess, some other kind of blockers that have 6,000 or more. And then it also has that shield breaking ability, which is pretty similar to a lot of cards out there. The main one I can think of is Bestial Rage TATSURION, because it's also TATSURION that breaks a shield when it wins a battle. So it's pretty much a combination of Unchained and Bestial Rage in one creature, but this one can double break and has 30,000 power. And so just look at the stats, it looks a lot like Infernus the Awakened from Dragon Strike Infinite. And if you were to ask me which card I prefer, I would easily point to the Infernus the Awakened, because that's not an evolution creature. You can just tap 9 mana and you can play it. But with this card, you have to evolve it on top of a TATSURION, and you also have to be able to have fire and nature mana, meaning you need to use a deck that uses at least fire and nature, instead of using a deck that just has fire for TATSURION. Just comparing the stats and the effects, considering that this is an evolution creature and it's a lot harder to play this card, I would definitely prefer Infernus because of the lockdown effect and the continuous banishing of 4,000 or less, which is just too powerful to ignore. But anyways, it's always nice to see TATSURION return, especially in a multi-civ form like we should expecting to be seeing him in, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get another multi-civ TATSURION in this set. Preferably not an evolution creature, though. So, in addition to the preview, we also got a little bit more details on Clash of the Duel Masters, thanks to Gavin Verhey, of course. So, we already know that's a 120 card set. That we already know. There's going to be 10 supers, 10 varies, and then, you could pretty much figure out the rest. I think it's like 30 rares, 30 uncommons, and then 40 commons. So, we'll be getting 10 super rares. And I think we have a pretty good idea of what those 10 super rares will be. Because in the article, he said that Infernus the Awakened is really powerful from Dragon Strike Infinite, but you haven't seen his true power yet, because Infernus, I believe, is one of the 5 monarchs from the Kaijudo show. And so the other 4 slots are going to be taken up by the other 4 monarchs. And so we'll see, I think Tritonus is one of them. And then there's 3 other ones that I really don't know the name of because I haven't seen the show. So if you've seen the show, you pretty much have a good idea of what those 3 will be. So as for the other 5 slots, we already know that one of them is going to be taken up by TATSURION the Relentless, which is a fire nature evolution creature. Now also in this article, Gavin Verhey revealed that there are only going to be 5 civilization pairings in this set. And they're going to be the allied pairings. So we have Light Water, Water Darkness, Darkness Fire, Fire Nature, and Light Nature. So those civs are the civs that actually blend well together. They're the allied civs. Now in a later set, most probably, we'll be getting the enemy civs, meaning that we'll have the other 5 combinations that, aren't really too good with each other. So for example, light and dark, they're like complete opposite, but we will be seeing cards that have light and dark. So it's safe to assume that since we already have this fire nature one here, the other 4 slots will be light water, light nature, fire darkness, and water darkness. Now, just one more thing about these multi-civilization cards that some people kind of are a little bit confused about, and we actually now have an official ruling as to how it works. So, remember the mono civ cards from Evo Fury, cards like Scavenging Chimera and Drakon Warchief, for example? Now, let's say you're using these multi-civilization cards, and let's say you have, I don't know, 3 fire cards, and then 3 fire nature cards, and then 1 fire darkness card. So the main question is, if you play Drakon Warchief, will it get its Heart of Fire ability? And the answer is yes, because even though a card has 2 civilizations, it still counts as 1 civilization. So if you have a fire nature card, well, it is still a fire card by essence, because it has fire nature. It doesn't mean that it's a fire nature card. It is a card that has fire and nature. So if you have that card in your mana, it provides fire mana. And so if you have those multi-civ cards that have fire in it, Drakon Warchief's effect will work, and same for all the other mono cards, of course. Alright, I think that's enough with Clash of the Duel Masters, but we got a couple more things to talk about. Now, something that's really interesting, and I believe this was actually in the update from last week, but someone on the Facebook group actually found Promo 13, the mysterious Promo 13 that has been kind of hidden and kept a secret for a very, very long time. So, that card is actually Bronze Arm Sabertooth, which is super awesome because it's a very, very usable card and it's used in Saberbolt, of course. And even other decks like Fire Nature Rush. This is awesome. Very, very awesome. It looks really cool with the promo treatment. But a lot of people are wondering, why was this card taken away and where is it going to be? And so I believe that this Bronze Arm Sabertooth card was supposed to be in the second DVD of Kaijudo. But they figured that, Sabertooth doesn't really mesh well with this part of the season, and so in this season there are a lot of dragons, and so we're going to make the promo dragon themed. So they kind of did like a last minute switch, and they swapped Sabertooth with Herald of Infernus, which is a dragon themed card, of course, and it had alternate art, which is really cool. Sabertooth, however, did not have alternate art, and it wasn't really a dragon, so it didn't really kind of relate to the season. This is really not confirmed at all, so we have no idea if this is actually supposed to be in the DVD, but I'm getting the feeling that it was supposed to be, and I believe Drizzard talked to Chuck at PAX about this, and I think that was Chuck's answer. We honestly have no idea where it's going to be. It could be anywhere, to be honest. It could be, in some sort of awesome promotional thing with Clash of the Duel Masters, but it isn't a multi-civ card, so who knows. We really have no idea where this is going to go. For anything, it could be like a throw-in promo for entering a Kaijudo Master Challenge. That's always a possibility. That's probably my best guess, is it's kind of like a door promo for entering a KMC. But I honestly have no clue. It could even be in like retail store packaging. It could be anything. Put your best guess in the comments, I guess. Where do you think this Bronze Arm Sabertooth promo will be? Now, speaking of the KMCs, we actually got another article from none other than Chuck Arnett, and he pretty much outlined what the prizes will be for Kaijudo Master Challenges, which is pretty awesome. So I'm going to go through it right now, and I'm going to go ahead and put the picture right now on the screen so you don't have to see me, and you get a nice full shot of all the prizes, or at least most of them. So, lots of awesome stuff as you can see in this image. So let's go ahead and start off with the very first. If you win a Kaijudo Master Challenge, you will get a finalist KMC playmat and invitation plus travel to the Kaijudo Championship, which is going to take place in Seattle, Washington at the WotC headquarters. So I'm just pointing out that HQ thing again because it seems that a lot of people don't actually know where this championship is taking place. A lot of people know it's in Seattle, but they honestly had no idea where in Seattle. But it is going to be at the headquarters because in a couple articles and a lot of places, it says that you're going to be working with R&D. And if you're going to be working with R&D, you're probably going to be in the headquarters working with R&D. So this 2-day championship is going to be 1 day to kind of sit with R&D and have some fun, and then the second day is going to be the championship, most probably also at the WotC HQ. But I could be wrong. It could be, some other place nearby or something, but it's pretty much safe to assume that it's going to be at the HQ. Alright, so back on track here. First place, finalist playmat, invitation, and travel. That's not it. I'm going to talk about more, but the first place winner gets all of these. The second place winner gets finalist playmat and invitation, but no free travel because you got to get first to do that. The civilization winners get all of these things. So, for example, if you get first and you choose light civilization, you are the winner of the light civilization and you are the winner of all the civilizations. So, for the civilization winners, meaning 5 people will get these, you will get another playmat, just a playmat for being one of the civ winners. You will get a deck box, which, looking at this image, it looks kind of similar to the Dragon Master Collection kit box, which is kind of interesting, but hey, it looks pretty neat. Now, also in this article, it says you win a booster display, so I wasn't really sure what this meant, so I googled it, and I got tons of results of, like, booster boxes. So I think it means that if you are a winner of a civilization, you will get a booster box of Kaijudo. Not sure which one. It could be the latest one out at the time. So for the first 3 weeks or so, it will be Dragon Strike Infinite, and then later on it will be Clash of the Duel Masters, most likely. But it could also be, you know, Rise of the Duel Masters, because it's a big set and has lots of stuff. So who knows? You'll also get a Civ lapel pin. You will also get a Civilization messenger bag with the Civilization patch of the matching Civilization that you won with, I'm pretty sure. And you'll also get a framed card art of the civilization you chose as well. So I believe in this image it's SABERTOOTH again, and so if you win nature you get that, and then who knows what you get with the other civilizations. Now, in addition, if you choose the civilization that matches the civilization of the champion, you will also get cool civilization buttons, and you will also get a Kaijudo Master Challenge deck box for playing in the same civilization. So hopefully you understand all of this. So basically, if you're in first, you get pretty much everything that's listed here. Now, if you're second, you actually have a chance of not getting everything listed, because if first and second choose the same civilization, then I believe that second place doesn't get the civilization winner stuff. But since it's an ally to the civilization winner, it still gets civ buttons and a KMC deck box. Alright, so that is pretty much all the news this week. Tons of awesome news. And so it's really nice to see that the previews have finally started for Clash of the Duel Masters. And so this pretty much means that for the following weeks we'll be also getting some more previews, which is super awesome. Now, I believe the site is going to be going down a road that they took back in the Dojo edition, where they just kind of show off the super rares, and that's pretty much it. Because I remember back in Dojo they only previewed like maybe 5 cards, maybe a bit more, but I think it was only 5. And I think they're going to be doing something similar here. Maybe push it up to 10 because it's double the size of Dojo. So, yeah, not really sure what's going to go on there, but I definitely am expecting more previews to come later on the site. So, before I go, I guess I'll leave a common question of the week or of this episode. So, I already asked in the middle of the episode what you think will happen to Bronze Arm SABERTOOTH. What will happen to Promo 13? Where do you think it will go? But I'm also going to ask another question. What do you think of the first preview? What do you think of TATSURION the Relentless? Do you think it's awesome? Do you think it could be better? Do you think it just completely sucks? Just go ahead and post your opinion in the comments. I'm interested to see what you guys think. So, this is TKC, the Kaijudo Channel, signing off. You guys all have a great day. See you later, guys.